Have fun. Enjoy life. Travel, explore, relax, get out, and have a good time. See the world, experience life. Get to know other parts of your city, state, nation, and the world at large. Work is wonderful, but you need to take a vacation every now and then. Play and get together with family and friends. Experience new cultures, meet new people, and create many lasting friendships with people from other countries around the world. Live life to the fullest. Have fun. Enjoy life. Now, if you think about that, life is meant to be enjoyed. We should have fun. Life is not only about having fun. We must work, and we must pay our dues, and we must sacrifice and learn how to serve and help others. But if we are not enjoying life, then life becomes drudgery. If we dread each day, what fun is in that? Instead of fretting about our future and worrying about past mistakes, we can live each day in the present. And this moment is the time for us to experience all that life has to offer. We need to have fun. If we are not having fun with our work, our employment, our job, our career, then we need to rethink what we are doing. Because there should be some amount of joy in what we do each day. Welcome to Music, Motivation, and More, the Positivity Podcast. I am your host, Jerald Simon. I am the founder of Music Motivation and the creator of the Cool Songs Club. Today's podcast is titled, Enjoy Life. Now, life is meant to be enjoyed. Too many people focus on sadness when they could and should instead focus on gladness. We can see the dark, but why not look to the light? We can hear about sad experiences that surround us, but why not focus on faith-filled experiences that strengthen us, that encourage us, that point us to perfecting our weaknesses? Work is wonderful, but we must make time for play. For the positive perceptions portion of this podcast, I would like to read an excerpt titled Enjoy Life on page 34 from my book Perceptions, Parables, and Pointers. This is what it says. Have fun. Enjoy life. Travel, explore, relax, get out, and have a good time. See the world, experience life. Get to know other parts of your city, state, nation, and the world at large. Work is wonderful, but you need to take a vacation every now and then. Play and get together with family and friends. Experience new cultures, meet new people, and create many lasting friendships with people from other countries around the world. Live life to the fullest. Have fun. Enjoy life. Now, if you think about that, life is meant to be enjoyed. We should have fun. Life is not only about having fun. We must work, and we must pay our dues, and we must sacrifice and learn how to serve and help others. But if we are not enjoying life, then life becomes drudgery. If we dread each day, what fun is in that? Instead of fretting about our future and worrying about past mistakes, we can live each day in the present. And this moment is the time for us to experience all that life has to offer. We need to have fun. If we are not having fun with our work, our employment, our job, our career, then we need to rethink what we are doing. Because there should be some amount of joy in what we do each day. If we do not enjoy the work we do, then we must rethink about the reasons why we do the work we do. Now, all work regardless of what it is, will have things we don't enjoy. Certain aspects that we either dread doing or we do not always enjoy doing, because work by nature must encompass both the good and the bad. But we can rise above it. However, that being said, we must enjoy what we do every single day. If we don't, then we need to reassess what we are doing, why we are doing it, and what we could potentially do instead that would bring joy and excitement into our lives. Some people dread each coming day. They look forward to the weekend, but every day becomes a day to get through. And that is not how we should live our lives. We should enjoy life and live life to the fullest. For the Motivation in a Minute portion of this podcast, I would like to read a quote from my book, Perceptions, Parables, and Pointers. This is found on page 195 of the book, and this is what Abraham Lincoln said. Most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. Now, it's a simple statement, but it's true. Most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. We have that choice to be happy or to be sad. We can choose how we wish to portray ourselves to the world. But it's not about pretending to be happy. We are not acting. We are not putting on a facade. We must genuinely be happy, which means we must find happiness in even the most simple and mundane of activities. Yes, life can be a series of habitual tasks performed day in and day out. And yes, most can be tedious. And yet, we can find excitement and joy in the simplest of tasks. We can make our day great, or it can be grave. It can be somber. We can be solemn. We can help ourselves see how we can improve. Now, we will have some days that will get us down, and that's okay. We need those times. We need those moments. But they do not need to last all day long. It's good to laugh. Laughter strengthens the soul. If we can find humor, if we can smile, if we can be giddy, be happy, if we can play, if we can remember what it was like to be a child, then we will create experiences and have memorable moments every single day of our lives. It's a choice, and we choose how we want to live our lives. For the Music Within portion of this podcast, I would like to have us listen to a hymn arrangement that I did from my hymn album, Hymns of the Heart. This is titled Joseph Smith's First Prayer. Listen to the music as the music gets louder and as I go up high on the keyboard, and then how I go down low. Think about what this music may mean to you and what it can do for you as you listen to this music. For the Poetry That Motivates portion of this podcast, I would like to read my poem, Let Me Live. This is from my book, The As If Principle, Motivational Poetry. It's found on page 19 of the book. Let me read this to you. Let me live. Let me live in a world of wisdom where knowledge and good books abound. Let me live in a nation of integrity where honor and truth are found. Let me live in a town where people come first and neighbors become friends for life. Let me live in a home that is filled with love for the children, husband, and wife. Let me live a life of service and selflessly give all I own. Let me live in peace and prosperity, for in life I am never alone. Think about that for a minute. Let me live. What does that mean to you? Let me live. How do you want to live? There may be a difference between how you were taught or brought up to live as a child, maybe how you lived as a teenager or how you lived when you were in your college days, maybe how you live as an adult in your early 20s, early 30s, or early 40s will be very different than how you live as an adult in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or hundreds. But that thought, let me live, think about those words. Let me live in a world of wisdom. Now, we live in a wonderful world filled with so much wisdom. But sometimes we don't learn as much as we could. We don't do everything we truthfully should. And so even though there is so much wisdom surrounding us at all times, often there's a discrepancy or a difference between learning, knowing, and doing. Now, truly, wisdom comes from experience, but it comes from life lessons. And every day we have life lessons. Think about how you can grow in wisdom. And then it says, let me live in a world of wisdom where knowledge and good books abound. There are millions of books in the world. We have so many books from every period of time. We have books about almost every conceivable topic. What is difficult is choosing or selecting the best of the best books, because so many books abound. And we can read a book that may be okay, but it may not edify us. It may not teach us. It may not help us overcome some weaknesses. It may not help us be better. It may just be a book that we read for comic relief, and that is great. It may be a book that we read because we want to be entertained, or we want to acquire useful knowledge or even useless knowledge. There are many books that contain a lot of useless knowledge as well. We may want to look at a picture book because the pictures, either drawn or photographed, leave an impression upon us. They inspire us. They humble us. They compel us. They move us in such a way that because of the images we see the world differently as a result, and we grow and improve. Let me live in a nation of integrity where honor and truth are found. We live in a world where we can learn from other cultures, other people of diverse backgrounds, and it's wonderful. Let me live in a town where people come first and neighbors become friends for life. Our neighbors should be family. They should be more than friends. We should serve them. We should help them. We should give of our substance to them. We should teach them. We should be kind. We should smile and laugh and be there when they need us. Then it says, let me live in a home that is filled with love for the children, husband, and wife. We need happy homes. Now, more so than ever, husbands and wives should love and adore each other. They should serve each other. They should teach each other, but they should not correct or compel each other to be something they are not. They should not fight with each other. Yes, we can all disagree, and we can agree to disagree. But when those disagreements escalate, when the words become weapons, and when they tear down an individual, when it becomes more destructive and devastating, at first, maybe verbally, and then maybe it moves to physical abuse. And that should never happen. Children should live in happy homes. They should have loving and kind examples to look up to. And yes, we all fall short. We all make mistakes. No one is perfect. But we can strive to improve. Then it says, let me live a life of service and selflessly give all I own. If we can serve others, if we can help, it can be as simple as saying hello to a stranger, smiling at someone who looks as if their frown needs to be turned upside down. We can do simple and small acts of kindness to serve others. And then it ends by saying, let me live in peace and prosperity, for in life I am never alone. All the time we hear of hate crimes. We hear of people who, for whatever reason, disagree with others, either because of personal beliefs, because of culture, because of the color of their skin. And all of these are terrible excuses, because everyone, regardless of their level of education, regardless of their level of income, regardless of their culture, their upbringing, regardless of their height, their weight, their size, the color of their skin, everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to be loved. Everyone wants to be accepted, to even be adored and admired. And we can do that for others. We can love others. We can admire those around us. We can accept others for who they are, the beliefs they believe, the lifestyles they live. We can accept others, and we can realize that we personally cannot change anyone. We cannot change their views. We cannot change their ideas or ideals. We cannot change their beliefs. The only people who can change themselves are the individuals if they desire to change. If they choose to change a belief or a view or an idea or a lifestyle. If we try to change them, then they lose their ability of choice. See, the power to choose is such a wonderful freedom. It's a right. We should not deny others the right to choose, and others should not deny us the right to choose. I do believe in God, and I know not everyone does, and that is okay. Most people believe in a higher power, even if they do not believe in God. But I believe in God, and I believe that people can choose for themselves, that no one else should make individuals choose. But I believe, because I believe in God, that God loves everyone, that He wants us to be happy. In my faith, we talk about a plan of salvation that God had created, and it is often referred to as a plan of happiness. We deserve to be happy. Work is wonderful, but we must make time to play. We must make time for trips. We must take opportunities to create memorable experiences for our children. We must learn to enjoy life. In all of the various stages and ages of our experience, whether we are young or old, we can enjoy life. Even if we are experiencing heartache, even if we are going through terrible times, even if we are trying to recover from personal struggles or battles or failures, we can still find the good in life. Everyone deserves to be happy. We can enjoy life. And we can live life to the fullest, but it's our choice. So it's my hope that we will make time for play today, that we will wake up every day and think about what we need to accomplish, but also think about what we can do for fun today, how we can enjoy life little by little, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, until those weeks turn into months and years. And then we will realize that we will have lived a happy life, even if we have experienced so much darkness and devastation. We can still find the light in everything that we do. So have a great day today. Be happy. Remember, it's a plan of happiness, of hope, of faith, of positivity, of enjoyment. So enjoy life today. And though work is wonderful, make time today to get out and play. Have a great week. Smile all the while. Be happy and do your best each and every day. Thanks for listening. See you guys. Bye. Subscribe to Music, Motivation, and More, the Positivity Podcast with Jerald Simon, to receive updates about each new weekly podcast. Every Monday, a new podcast is released to help motivate and inspire individuals to learn, to grow, to do, to be, and become the very best they can become. These are all motivational messages that inspire men and women of all ages to do and be their best, to set goals, to work on improving who they are and who they would like to become. Thank you again for listening. Connect with us on social media to become part of the conversation as we all work together to motivate each other to do and be our best. Thanks for listening to Music, Motivation, and More, the Positivity Podcast. I am your host, Jerald Simon, and I'm grateful to have you listen to this podcast. Every Monday we come out with a brand new podcast, and you can listen to it on any of the podcast streaming sites available. Just search for Music, Motivation, and More, the Positivity Podcast with Jerald Simon. Any of the music that I've shared in these podcasts, you can listen to. All of my music is available on Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, Amazon, and any streaming site available. You can also check out my music books at musicmotivation.com, and you can find my poetry, self-help, and motivational books available from Amazon.com, from Barnes & Noble, and from all different online shops and stores. If you have any questions about the music that I create through my company Music Motivation, you can learn more at musicmotivation.com, and you can visit my website coolsongsclub.com to learn more about how I create fun, cool piano music that helps motivate piano students to want to play the piano the fun way, especially during their teenage years. I'd love to have you check that out. But thank you again for listening. Please feel free to connect with me on any of the social media sites out there. You can watch my YouTube videos on youtube.com/Jerald Simon. You can connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and all social media sites at Jerald Simon. Thanks again for listening. Until next time, keep up the great work and have fun. See you guys. Bye.